Hello and welcome to IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live and interactive news conversation web TV. I'm Prachi Chaitanya. And what a fantastic win for Kolkata Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens. The crowd was up in huge cheer and excitement, and you could see the relief and joy on team owner Shah Rukh Khan's face. He of course gave a quick hug to the rival team owner Preeti Zinta as soon as the match was declared a victory for KKR. To take us through the highlights and also who have been the top performing players for the IPL Season 7 via social media, we'll get some interesting perspective from former Indian cricketer Mr. Chetan Sharma joining us here in the studio, and Mr. Raman Bhanot, cricket commentator as well. Thank you so much for sharing with us your time and participating at India Post Live. Mr. Sharma, we'll talk about KKR versus Kings 11. You had predicted, that Kings 11 will definitely have a huge mental block and rain will play spoil sport. So clearly KKR has proved you right. They won it.
It wouldn't have been easy for Kings 11 playing in Kolkata. And because Kings 11 strength is basically the batting. And I think so their batting let them down. The bowling did a good job restricting KKR for 163 odd. And I think so their batting let them down. And you started with Shah Rukh Khan. I was watching the match yesterday. As soon as Shah Rukh Khan entered the stadium, KKR lost 2 wickets. And a fan of KKR, because Gautam Gambhir playing on the little side, I wanted KKR to win the game. Everybody said, why is Shah Rukh Khan now? He has not come for any matches. Why is he coming for this game? Because as soon as he entered the place, KKR lost 2 wickets. So like it's on a lighter side, but I think so KKR deserved to win. They bowled very well. At the end of the day, we were talking, Raman, yesterday, Sunil Narine will be asset to KKR, and this is what actually happened.
Right. Raman, Robin Uthappa once again, rising to his reputation.
First and foremost, Preeti, can you make out the huge grin I've been carrying the moment I walked into the studio? Because 4 days ago, I'd gone on a record in this very show and said,
neck out, yes.
I'd stuck my head out and I said, I'm putting my neck on the line saying KKR will win. Kings 11 are on a run. I said the same for CSK as well, despite Mumbai pulling off that 119-15 overs.
Yeah.
I said CSK, the team I fancy. Scores, I think I've been blessed over the last week, I believe, in terms of getting my thoughts right. But coming back to the Robin Uthappa question, he got the news. I'm sure news must have trickled in as well by the time that, he's been selected for the tour to Bangladesh as well. And the fact is, he's been on a good run. The way he played, I think, was, again, with a very uncluttered mind. He was very disappointed in the way he got out, though. A very soft dismissal against the run of play. When he had the bowling right by the scruff of its neck, he just holed out into a deep with really a nothing chip shot. That must have disappointed him. But I think that 42 that he got and the partnership that he shared with Manish Pandey was a very important partnership in setting KKR up for a 150+ score.
Right. What about Manan Vora? He played well, but he was, on the bench for most of the season then, Chetan.
I'm surprised that they retained him. That is the big surprise for anybody. As an expert, I was really surprised. Manan Vora been retained, never got a chance to play in any game. And he's an explosive batsman, and there's no doubt about it. And I don't know, this is what management has to think about, Bailey has to think about it. And still think that the Kings 11 Punjab got a chance. Raman still got a chance.
Absolutely.
We were talking about yesterday, like, okay, Kings 11 may lose to KKR, but they will beat Chennai, and KKR and Kings 11 will play the finals.
Oh.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
Paji, the Punjab, the Puttar feel definitely there. I'll come back and talk a bit about Manan Vora. If you remember, Manan had actually, hurt his hand. He, I think, fractured his hand and was out of action for a while. It was a surprise to him also. In fact, he went on record to say that I was very pleasantly surprised when Kings 11 retained me along with David Miller. They were the only 2 players that Kings 11 had retained out of the possible 5 that they could have. Probably him not playing a lot of domestic cricket over the last few months was the reason why they didn't go with him in the first set of matches of the IPL, giving him time to recover, seeing how he shaped up in the nets. And towards the business end, that's when they blooded him. I think he's played 3 or 4 matches this season, and he's shown what he can do. As Chetan said, I completely agree with him. He's an explosive bat, and they needed someone like that to team up with Virendra Sehwag at the top of the order.
Right. We'll take the the impact graphics here at this point. That we have the match with the highest impact player, of course, Umesh Yadav with 5.92, and of course the highest impact bowler as well, Umesh Yadav 5.42. Robin Uthappa, the highest partnership building impact. We talked about Uthappa, and also the pressure impact performance, the highest one with Uthappa and Pandey together, the combination being explosive, 0.55. But compare that to KKR's, highest economy impact performance being Akshar Patel, 1.82, and the highest strike rate impact performance by Piyush Chawla, 0.46. The highest impact batsman, of course, remains Robin Uthappa, but compare that to Umesh Yadav. We'll have to see, what our guests here think about Umesh Yadav, Raman.
First and foremost, talking about Umesh Yadav, his first spell was good. We got 2 wickets for just 12 odd runs that he'd given away in his first couple of overs. Came back and bowled at a critical stage. We're reading a lot into Umesh Yadav's performance in this match. I think yesterday he might have got those wickets initially, which made a difference. But when he came back to bowl with 2 overs to go, Kings 11 needed 34 of those 12 deliveries.
Yeah.
Sunil Narine, for a change, I would say, and an unfortunate change for KKR, had a bad day yesterday. His first 3 overs, he was leaking runs. He came to bowl in the 19th over. There was 1 over for, that he had in his kitty, 1 for Umesh. And the KKR captain, Gambhir, actually saved up Umesh to bowl the last, bowled Sunil Narine in the 19th over. That, for me, was the most critical over because Kings 11 had everything to go for. 34 to get. Had that been a big over, because Sunil Narine was going for runs before that as well. Had he given away runs in that over, maybe Umesh Yadav, with 15 to defend, might have bowled differently than what he did in the 20th over otherwise. But Sunil Narine just gave 4 of those 6 deliveries. And 30 to get, if as a fast bowler, Chetan, you have a cushion of 30 runs to bowl with number 9 and 10 batting, you'd be happy.
Well, yeah, obviously you're happy, and that's why I'm saying Sunil Narine, when you're going after Sunil Narine, he never gives you runs. That is very important thing. And how you've been counted as the best bowler, because at the crucial time you come and bowl the best over, and that's what actually team needs from you. Yes. And it matters, and you're in finals straight away. This is what Raman is saying. If you would have leaked runs at that time, everything, because Umesh Yadav, if you give him 14 runs, I can bet you he will give 14 runs. He must have bowled yesterday. He bowled brilliantly when he was bowling to Maxwell. He got Maxwell out. At that time, because rain was coming, like it was pouring, and Duckworth Lewis was there. Everybody was looking at the paper all the time. Getting Maxwell out at that time
was crucial.
Made a lot of difference. That puts you little like 30% above Kings 11 Punjab. He bowled well. And this is what I said, that crucial over by Sunil Narine made a lot of difference. Actually.
Right. At this point, we'll play the trending players graphics. In fact, via social media, my team will put in the trending players graphics in just a minute. But I was thinking of 3 KKR bowlers, Chetan. In fact, they had the best positive economy impact in the game compared to what Kings 11 Punjab had. Your views, Chetan?
Kings 11 Punjab, this is what I started with. Their strength is not the bowling. Their strength is batting. Their batting let them down yesterday. 106. If somebody gives me a batting like Kings 11 Punjab and say, the opposition get 160 runs, I take it as a captain. Anytime I take it, I know 160 means we will cruise. Like Maxwell is not getting runs. They are struggling like Killer Miller. We're talking about Killer Miller. Like basically Kings 11 Punjab revolves there. And if you're talking about KKR definitely depend a lot on their bowling. If you talk about Saqib Al Hasan, you talk about Sunil Narine, you talk about Umesh Yadav, like they got a good bunch of bowlers, and you can really rely on these guys. If you get 140, still you say, I have Saqib, I got Saqib with me, I got Sunil Narine on a wicket like Kolkata. I will make sure.
They played the extra spinner yesterday. KKR
Piyush
Chawla, and sacrificed a fast bowler. In fact, I thought yesterday even Kings 11, I think they had also planned how they wanted to go about this qualifier. Because if you look back at the last league game that even Kings 11 played, they played Karanveer. Last couple of matches of this season in the league stages, they played Karanveer Singh, the spinner, and had him team up with Akshar Patel, who I think has been brilliant for Kings 11. So as a spinner lineup, even Kings 11 tried to bolster their spin bowling department because they knew they'd be playing at Eden Gardens. Whether they stay with the same combination going into Wankhede for the second qualifier, that's a different story altogether.
Right. We will play the graphics about the trending players here at this point. The IPL performance meter shows that MS Dhoni had 651 mentions, whereas Glenn Maxwell, of course, being talked about so much, only 515 mentions. Rohit Sharma outshining all of them with 1,009 mentions.
Are they positive or negative mentions?
Positive.
I don't mind getting 651, not 1,009, and win the game. That is important. Mention doesn't make a difference to any cricketer unless, like, if you're going to lose, like they say, you get 100, you lose the game. What's the point of getting 100? My mention doesn't make a difference, I think so. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni will be saying, give me 400 next match, but I should win the game.
Right.
That is important.
Right. We'll look at the next match. Of course, a big score. None of you all had predicted a big score. Or
I said 170 for Chennai and Mumbai Indians. 170 odd. They got a 174. I said it's going to be a batting track.
Right.
So I think I've pretty much had, as I said, a good success rate in terms of predicting.
I think so. The toss makes a lot of difference on Mumbai, especially if you talk about if you're playing in Mumbai. And this will be very vital for the next match against Chennai and Kings 11 Punjab, because it's comparatively easy chasing if the score is between 170 and 180, like 170, 180. From 140, 160, we reach to 170, 180. Unless the team batting first gets 200 runs, it will be difficult chasing. Then still you can chase it, but it will be a little difficult. But I think so the toss will play a lot of important role. This is what actually happened against Chennai and Mumbai.
Yeah, of course, that's what, Mumbai fans will be very disappointed. That includes me.
You, of course.
But this was what all of us were talking about yesterday, Raman.
There were two things that stood out in the match, apart from whatever I predicted earlier, or the way I looked at the game. The two things that I was very interested by. One, the wicket at Brabant turned. There was a lot of purchase for the spinners, and it was true bounce.
Right.
So, you had bowlers like Harbhajan Singh making a huge impact when they bowled for Mumbai. Even for Chennai, the spinners had a role to play.
Right.
Whether it was Ravindra Jadeja, who got them a couple of wickets, or the fact that Ravichandran Ashwin stemmed the flow of runs in the middle overs after Mumbai had gotten off to a decent kind of a start in the beginning. And the second part, which I felt made a huge difference yesterday, was the inclusion of David Hussey, who, till recently, and we debated this in yesterday's show as well, and I said that, they were missing Bravo. They drafted in Hussey, who was in fact doing commentary on the English commentator panel. And Dhoni drafted him into the side because they were floundering in the middle order. The way he batted yesterday, I think, helped CSK finish the game with a lot in the tank.
We have Vinayak joining us, also a cricket lover, and he follows IPL a lot. Thank you, Vinayak, for joining us from Delhi. What were your thoughts about the Mumbai versus Chennai game especially?
So I just want to make just 2 points. Like, first, I want to compliment Mr. Raman Bhanot, because his predictions were spot on yesterday. Like, he predicted 170 for that match between Mumbai and Chennai that Mumbai scored. And then Umesh Yadav getting into the making up for the Indian team. And then second thing, I believe like this match is going to be a lot more closer. Like, no, it's too tough to predict at the moment. Like, both the sides are performing they have performed in the last couple of matches, and all the major players are clicking.
Right, Vinayak. Vinayak, are you asking us a question?
Yeah, like when will this Maxwell play? I guess because he delivered in
Glenn Maxwell
in the beginning matches, but when it comes, like, his performance does matter. He is not coming up to the mark.
Right.
I think so. Tomorrow will be the day, Vinayak. Maxwell, we can see, because I'm a Kings 11 fan. I want them to go and beat Chennai, because Chennai have tasted the IPL win.
Too much success.
Too much success in IPL, and I think so. It's a time for Kings 11 Punjab, because they played well. They played superb in 2014 edition, 7th edition of IPL. and I still think they deserve. They played good cricket, and Mumbai will be another good batting platter for. I think it do turn and bounce, but when it bounce, Raman, it's always easy for a batsman to go and talk the ball wherever you want.
When the Indian batsmen find it easy, Chetan, the foreigners found it difficult. Even for CSK yesterday,
right.
the 3 wickets that fell were of the foreign players. You had Dwayne Smith get out that way, Brendan McCullum fall, and Faf du Plessis. They were the 3 guys whom the spinners troubled. Suresh Raina had no problems.
Suresh Raina played beautifully, like,
very well.
And the way he got his half century. Maxwell, if you see this IPL 7 edition, if you see Maxwell batting in UAE, the ball was bouncing and turning, and he's very good in that. He's very good in that when he's batting, when it's turning. This is what I wanted to tell when I watch for tomorrow.
Interesting.
Wait for him.
We'll take the impact meter here for the Mumbai Indians versus CSK game. Lendl Simmons, of course, emerging as the highest impact batsman with a rate of 4.61 and also the player of the match. Just above Suresh Raina. We do have fans of both Simmons and Raina in the studio here. I can see big smiles there. Simmons had the highest runs tally, of course, and the partnership building impact among all the batsmen in the match. And of course, the 4th time in 8 matches in this tournament. Raina there, on the other hand, getting the 2nd highest impact batsman of the match and the highest impact player, of course, for his team, CSK. Slightly lower than that of Simmons because of other Chennai batsmen also probably outperforming him. Simmons scored a much higher proportion of the total runs. Both Simmons, the highest impact batsman, and Harbhajan Singh, both are from Mumbai for that match. Of course, I think Mumbai, if you'd give them some credit, they did put up a good show.
Yes, they did. Take nothing away from...
It was entertaining as well.
It was entertaining, and I think what retained the interest in the match was what Harbhajan Singh did. Here with Pragyan Ojha, by picking up those wickets, kept Mumbai in the hunt. But I'll go back to their batting first. And I think, though Lendl Simmons is your highest impact player, having made that 67, I feel Kieron Pollard, if he had come in to bat a little earlier, because in the last stages, the later stages of Lendl Simmons' innings, he was actually looking tired. He played out about 4 or 5 dot deliveries during that period after he got to his 50. So he was losing momentum. At that point of time, if you look at the finished death overs, Mumbai didn't score as many as they would have liked. And if they're Kieron Pollard or some other impact batsman who can really turn the game around in 6 balls or 7 balls, got more deliveries to face, a fresher pair of legs, stronger bat, maybe Mumbai might have got more than the 170.
One time it looked, they might go to 190 odd, and I think so that was a time where they've been restricted. And it's not easy actually, because that's why I always say in Mumbai, it's easy if you have a target in front of you. And then Suresh Raina, when Suresh Raina, because I was talking to Raman yesterday, he might lead in Bangladesh. This is what actually happened. And before the game, you get a news that you are the captain for Bangladesh. Like for any series, you are the captain. Captain means captain. It's not going to be counted like which country you are playing against. And you are the captain. Obviously, it's a mental game. Cricket is a mental game, especially international cricket when you are playing on such a high level. It made a lot of difference. The way he played yesterday, got 54
controlled the innings.
Controlled the innings. It never looked like it was out of Chennai's hand any time. And that is superb. That's why I like this guy, Suresh Raina, playing in only subcontinent. I'm taking only in subcontinent.
Putting a rider there, disclaimer.
Like as a bowler, I can tell you, I will not like to bowl him. Right. He is out of this world playing on the wickets like India or in subcontinents. But when he goes abroad, difficult.
And mark my words, he hasn't missed a single game for CSK so far.
True.
In
He's
IPL.
in good form, clearly.
No, throughout 7 seasons.
Fitness.
You're talking about 7 years of playing a demanding tournament like IPL. He hasn't missed a single game. And CSK, for that matter, have made it to the playoffs for every single edition of the IPL, this one included.
It shows your fitness, it shows your commitment and your performance.
And good team management.
Good team management and your performance, obviously. If you're not going to perform, you're not going to last there. And he was the first guy to complete 100 IPL games. And that's brilliant. This guy is very good, And he will win you the games single-handedly. That is Suresh Raina.
With the rider, remember, Indian subcontinent.
Does it worry you, Chetan, then that, the Kings 11 Punjab versus CSK game coming up?
No, it's a turn of Maxwell now. Okay, so Suresh Raina has played his part, and now Maxwell got it. Like law of averages, I was talking about yesterday.
Yes.
It never happened, and you know they always say, "No, you just wait." I still feel Maxwell will play an important role. Toss will be very vital tomorrow, and I don't know. I will support Kings 11. He will support
CSK,
Chennai,
of course.
and end of the day, one has to win. And
Probably
who will
Shamia
be
would have also supported
Who
CSK.
will be happier on the next show? They know
we'll
the time
find
will
out.
tell now.
Okay, interesting. Who do you put your bet on then, you know, to be the highest impact player for Kings 11?
It will be Kings 11 between Maxwell and Kilamila. I will say ki, if both click, I want both of them to click. It means then the CSK is gone with win.
What about you, Raman? Whom do you put your
Out
place
of Kings 11? No.
No,
Oh, CSK. I'm just saying, hang on now.
Of
Who
course,
we talking about?
CSK, your team.
Look, I would again say that CSK, just given the fact that they've got so much experience playing in these pressure cooker games, they know how to handle pressure better than most other teams. That's where other teams will win. Toss will be critical, but I think the Wankhede pitch, like the Brabham wicket, will be good to chase on. So unless Kings 11, if they bat first, get a huge score, I think CSK will be the side I would fancy. And as far as batting is concerned, I'll put my money on Dwayne Smith anytime. And you know, the one other thing that Chennai did last game was they opened with Faf du Plessis, not with Brendan McCullum, who'd taken that 12-day break. He just came back. I think you know, it'll be important for Chennai to get Brendan McCullum back into the scheme of things because he looked a little rusty yesterday.
Okay. We'll also have another bit of graphics here. I think if my team can just put it up on the screen. Emerging player of IPL 7. It was an online poll that they conducted with Glenn Maxwell, of course, you know, outperforming and getting at the top of the table with 47% votes through the online poll. And Mohit Sharma, about next best 14%. Sanju Samson, that we had spoken in earlier shows, about 12%. Akshar Patel coming next at 6%. And everyone else following: Chahal, Sandeep Sharma, David Miller at about 4%. You see James Faulkner at just about 2%, the online poll.
Online poll, Raman, we have seen it before, like so many polls. The best part of the polls are, like out of 10, 7 Indian players are there.
Yes.
The youngsters are there. That is an important thing if I take the Indian point of view, Indian cricket team. Because why we are having IPL? To give exposure to our youngsters, to go and play with the bigger players.
And new talent.
We get the new talent.
Yes.
The country gets, from the grassroots level, they get the best of the players.
Correct.
And this is what actually happened in the 7th edition of IPL. We got best, we never used to have, out of 5, we never used to have 3 bowlers in that list. And this time we have bowlers in the list, like Mohit Sharma we got Chahal. Beautiful. Chahal, he bowled the way he bowled. This is good actually happened for the youngsters.
Great. We'll just look at some predictions again for a possible, you know, scenario of the finals. KKR is through and it was worth all the hard work that they put in. What do you think, Raman, for the final, your predictions there?
In terms of first and foremost, who will they play? That's going to be critical, number one. I fancy CSK to make it to the final. Chetan, of course, has got his heart on his sleeve for Kings 11.
The big season finale.
But you got to also realize where the match is to be played. That's going to be at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. And both the venues where the second qualifier and the final are going to be played are surfaces and venues which are good to bat on. Stroke makers fancy these surfaces because a good bounce, the ball comes onto the bat nicely. And that's where I feel whoever wins, I personally feel this is the best setting. Great pitches to bat on. Fans will be treated to some big hitting. Whether it's the second qualifier or the final, I say it's very even Stevens. But I feel that we're going to get to see good high-scoring matches.
Good high-scoring match, Prachi. And the second thing is looking at the venue. Whosoever going to win against like Chennai and Kings 11 will have a edge because both the players are like on the rise players. On the rise player, there's a good bounce. When it's a good bounce, it's good you can play on the rise. That will be the favorites will be between Chennai and Kings 11.
Right.
And KKR might struggle a bit on a wicket like Chennai.
And they might have to rethink their bowling also. They played the extra spinner at Eden Gardens. I don't fancy that happening. They might bolster their fast bowling attack going into Chinnaswamy.
But what if it's a possibility KKR actually winning the final? Any possibility? Both of you not really.
If it's CSK versus KKR, I'm supporting KKR. If it's Kings 11 versus KKR, I'm supporting Kings 11. They will tell us whom we have to support.
Right. On that note, I'll read out a tweet before we wrap up the show. We have Vishal, who of course is going with Raman, saying CSK will be the winners of the finals. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
They get there first. They have to get there first, remember.
Right. Do write in your views and feedback on the show, and what do you think will be the final scenario? Who will play against KKR, and what do you expect from that big game of Kings 11 Punjab versus CSK? Thank you so much to both our guests, Mr. Chetan Sharma and Raman Bhanot, for their views and their time as participants on our special IPL 7 edition. Stay tuned to India Post Live. Thank you so much for watching.